Suppose that you are sitting in a cafe and you are enjoying your meal, but suddenly a bomb erupts and it can explode also and it can kill you also. Hello friends, welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about Bengaluru bomb blast, and this session is important for your GS2 as well as GS3 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion. First of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss what are improvised explosive devices, then components of IDs, and then damages caused by IDs, and then practice question prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving towards the news part. So right now what we have seen that bombings, terrorist killings have become common feature in the country, and recently we have seen that in Bengaluru there is a Rameswaram cafe, and in that cafe IDs explode, and what we have seen that almost 9 people injured. And earlier there was a rumor that it was a gas leak, but it was ruled by the CM Siddaramaiah that there was no gas leak, there was a IDs explosion, but it was not on a higher note, it was on a mild note. That's why so many people didn't kill into this explosion. So this is the news we are going to discuss in today's session. Moving towards the introduction part, that what are IDs? So IDs are homemade bomb. So in the simple terms, that what are IDs? So it is the homemade bomb, and according to the United States Department of Homeland Security, because they are improvised and they can come in various forms, just like small pipe bomb, also almost in a sophisticated devices. And you might know that this sophisticated device can cause a lot of damage. So this is the brief definition and brief intro about the IDs, and it can be deployed using various devices just like vehicle, carried, placed, thrown by a person, delivered in a package, or concealed in a roadside. So IDs can be taken in by any means, and also while they have been used for over a century, the first IDs can be used, we can see in the Iraq and US conflict, in which Iraq has used IDs on the US force. So whenever there will be the question that when IDs started its operation or came into the use, so it was the first used by Iraq in the US force. So this is the brief intro about the IDs. Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about components of the IDs. Usually there are many components of IDs, and it depends upon the bomb maker that what are the resources available to that bomb maker. But these are the high explosive components which are used in the high explosive IDs. And ammonium nitrate and fuel oil, tricetone, tripexide, semectis, ethylene glycol dinitrate, urea nitrate, and in low explosive generally smokeless powder is used. But what we have seen that right now urea nitrate and ammonium nitrate has become highly significant when it comes to the uses of our components of IDs. And common uses mining and blasting. So it is the common uses of ammonium nitrate where it is commonly used, so mining and blasting. Then tricetone and tripexide, no common uses, mixed from the other material. Semtex, C4, primary military. Ethylene glycol dinitrate, component of low freezing diamondamide, and urea nitrate, fertilizers. And low explosive, so ammunition is used. And what forms they are in present of? So ammonium nitrate is mostly present in solid, then tricetone also crystalline solid, plastic solid, the Semtex, and ethylene glycol is liquid, and urea nitrate is crystallized solid and solid. So what we have seen that they are present in liquid also and solid also. And what are the known IDs cases we have? So these are the notable one: Oklahoma City bombing, 2005 bombing in London, Irish Republican Army bombing. So these are the examples where we have seen that these kind of explosive have been used. Moving towards the another part. Another slide is about the what damages it can cause. It means that what IDs can cause the damages. So typically IDs come with a very clear trade-off. So usually they don't use for kill a particular person or killing the mass crowd. So they are mostly used in the war zones in order to distract and in order to, what you can say, disrupt the focus. So this was the basic use of the IEDs, and usually they are carried out in smaller bombs, and smaller bombs are not much dangerous as compared to the larger ones. So this is the damages they can cause. And when it comes to the notable cases, we have this some notable instances just like 1993 Mumbai serial blast, 2008 Jaipur blast, 2006 Jama Masjid bombing, and 2013 Bodh Gaya bombings. And it has been also noted that Maoist insurgents and Kashmiri militants have also using the IEDs. Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about that what threat it can cause. So here we have list of that what threat it can cause. So it can used on a various scales. We have already used that it can used in a concealed bag, packages, vehicles, by personal uses. So here we have few categories that it can be used. So when it comes to a small package, explosive capacity is 1 pound, and then building evacuation is the 10 feet, and then outdoor evacuation distance is the 900 feet. So these are the graphs which has been given, and it says that each components how much explosive they are and what kind of evacuation required. So suppose that when we are taking the compact car, so it requires 500 pound, the explosive capacity is the 500 pound, and then building evacuation distance would be 320 feet, and then outdoor evacuation distance would be the 1900 feet. But mostly these things are not followed, and we can see that so many people are losing their lives. So this is the list, and we can see that how much evacuation fits are required and how much pounds can cause how much threat. Moving to the next one. Next one is the practice question for prelims, and this question is obviously from the IEDs. Which of the following elements is commonly used as a primary explosive in the initiation system of improvised explosive devices? And the first option is nitroglycerine, the second is RDS Research Department explosive, then TNT, trinitron toluene, and then PETN. So you have to answer this in the comment section, and you have to answer one more thing also, that this component has been used in which famous bomb blast which has been widely discussed in our country, and it is on the 14th of Feb. I hope I have given you many hints regarding this thing. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.